Now it says we're live. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're doing here. Am I?
Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. It has 1 year since Pat and I went live together, and so it is our 1 year anniversary. It's also the first time you went live.
Oh man! Wait a minute. What am I?
It's also the anniversary of his first time ever live on YouTube.
And I'm still trying to figure this out. You would think after a year of allowing me to go on your channel that I could get it to work right.
Right? Oh, let's welcome some people that are in.
But I'll get it. I'll figure it out, and I'll get it.
All right.
Let me work on some of my buttons here. If you want to just greet some of the people that are in.
I sure can.
Come on.
Hello, Land Shark Picker Craig. Welcome. Lynn, much love. Welcome. We have Justin Pac-Man. Welcome. Oh, it looks like Patdees is in chat. Hey, welcome. You want to come live with me?
Yeah, I'm trying to still figure it out what's going on here.
Hello, Andrew.
I'm hitting the wrong button.
Storage. Hello. I don't know how to say the last part of your name, so I do apologize. But welcome.
I could say that part. Storage Scavenger.
Oh, Storage Scavenger. Welcome. Hello, Joe. Welcome. Is it still fussing around for you?
Yeah, Are you? Hold on.
Hello, Tommy 2.0, the bargain effect. Welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Tommy. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure this out. Destinie's been training me the last year, but I still can't. I don't know. I'm hitting the what? Now, what is that?
I don't know.
Come on. That's not, guys. That's not me. I don't. No, that's not me. Yeah. What the heck is going on?
Make sure you have your YouTube muted when you pull it up so you can see chat, Pat.
Oh, you mute my YouTube. Oh, okay.
Your YouTube. No, not the StreamYard. YouTube. No, you have to unmute StreamYard and you have to mute YouTube.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can also hear music.
Oh.
Scavenger, is James your name?
Oh man, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this right. I thought
you'll get it. It's okay. You'll get it.
Get it. Hold on.
All right.
Hello?
There you go. You did it.
All right.
Yeah, you did it.
All right. Hey, what's going on?
Nothing's going on. We're just trying to help you.
I think back, how Facebook always throws up these what you posted a year or 2 years or 5 years ago, and I look back a year ago, and it was a night that I never knew you could go live, and there's the Shamrock Pixie down in her basement talking to people about reselling, and I'm like, wow, you can actually go and it's like a video phone call. This is cool. And I'm like, well, how do I ask this pretty young lady? Could I come and talk with you? And you started chatting, and I'm like, oh, and then when you let me in, and back then was the Google Hangouts, and I sure as hell didn't know what I was doing.
I don't think I really knew what I was doing either, because I was fairly new yet too. So I was still having oopsies. And my computer was horrible. So a lot of it with the glitching and trying to get you to come in and trying to help you out, situated. I think a lot of it had to do.
I was ready to pack it up and say that's it. I couldn't. When I done a little bit of the Christmas special, I kind of joked at it that Oh my God, it was terrible. And I was so frustrated that I couldn't figure something so simple out as I was closing out the one and highlighting the other. But we got a couple more people that have come in the room. Basically, this is on my channel this time. Last year at this time, I found Destinie and we found each other. My name is Patdees, and Destinie, why don't you tell them who you are?
Okay, so I am Des, aka the Shamrock Pixie. And yeah, and Pat's other name is Charlie from me. So he's Patdees, aka Charlie, and he will always be Charlie to me. Hello, David. Welcome, welcome. I saw in the chat, Tommy's like, Pat must be watching Queen of the South.
Nah, all these damn settings. I was hitting the wrong buttons, and some Mexican music was coming up, cha-chas and all that. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And but it does sound like we probably should order out Mexican,
right? For sure. Hi, welcome.
Hey, Arthur Leslie, thank you for stopping by. This is my 1 year anniversary of going live on YouTube, and the first person that let me go live was Destinie. I found her one night doing a live, and I asked if I could join her, and she let me. She laughed her ass off for about 15 minutes because I couldn't figure out.
To change.
Yeah. So I'm still learning. But I want to thank you. I really do appreciate you taking. Happy. When are you two going to bring a little one? That's Tommy.
It's a YouTube anniversary.
Yeah, it's a YouTube anniversary. It's our work anniversary. You know? And you know what? We've done pretty good to remain friends this long, so especially sometimes the way YouTube can be. So I really appreciate Destinie for your support and your loyalty over the past year. You know, I think you're amazing, and it really hits my heart that we've talked. We don't talk as much as we used to because we're busy,
right?
You know, and I've been dealing with health issues. You've been dealing with health issues and trying to balance out life and stuff like that. But we
didn't make it to our 1 year YouTube anniversary. It's crazy, but I'm so thankful to be here. So
yeah. So how you been feeling actually?
I'm getting there. It's rough sometimes. I'm more struggling with my mental health than I am with anything else. I still got a couple years to kind of touch and go with the spleen stuff, but it's mostly my mental health that I'm working on now. So sometimes it's a good day, sometimes it's a bad day, and that's what I ended up turning my channel into, was strictly about mental health and bringing awareness and getting that taboo. Let's not talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's share our experiences. Let's help each other. Let's be there. Let's not judge each other. And so that's what my channel is now all about. It's the direction that I'm going.
Right. And when I found you Tommy had his little Mexican. I mean, this actually was the perfect music for his little business down in his bargain effect, and you were working in the basement,
Yeah, I was helping him down in the basement, and in the last year too. It's been crazy because I've been in the basement. I've been upstairs in our spare room. Well, now our daughter's room, me and Tommy's daughter's room. And then now I'm here. Then I was down in the basement again. And then I came back up here. And so I've moved a lot. I've had a lot of different videos with different backgrounds and stuff like that. And
right.
So, but yeah, when we first went live, I was down in the basement. I had bookshelf behind me, and
real quick, I'm going to say hi to a couple people. We said I left off Arthur, but we got David, the car boot picker. He's from Jen Reselling Addicts. Tracy, uniquely me. Bluegrass picker. And if you guys are watching this and haven't checked out, click the 3 Dutch to subscribe to their channels. And also down below, make sure that if you haven't subscribed to Destinie, check out her channel and subscribe to her. Destinie, you want to type something real quick in the chat? Just even hello. Eric Bischoff, he's in here. Thank you. Maggie Doodle, thank you. James Aaron Smith, he's modding all the time. That's his full-time job. Thank you.
Hi, T.
And Auctions for You. Thank you, T, for stopping. I appreciate it. And we're hanging out here. Just I started these episodes. Patdees 168. 168 basically is how many hours we have in a week, and really trying to be conscientious of our time just in life and what we're doing, and and get together and not necessarily always talk about reselling, and but whatever we want to discuss, and hopefully when we're doing the shows, we're not wasting people's time. We appreciate everyone that's showing their support and love to us. So we greatly appreciate it. Kevin, hey, thank you for stopping in. Commonwealth Picker. Really?
Yeah.
The first live I ever watched had both of you on it. Yes. I don't think it was probably the first show that we did together.
Right.
Maybe it was one when we were doing it with Kimmy and Tommy, when we were maybe doing the Sunday or the Thursday show.
Right. When we were just kind of hanging out too, because we did a lot of them too.
I honestly didn't do many hangouts though. It was shortly after that I went on Scott the Bearded Pickers, and then then you and Kimmy and Tommy had contacted me and said about doing the Sunday show.
Yep.
And then we had done, I think it was about 17 episodes together of that.
Yeah, and then we switched it to Thursday.
Yeah, we had it might have been like 14, and then it was 3, and then you had your. Why don't you just talk a little bit about what you went through, and was that during the summer?
It was May 23rd, which this year it'll be a year, May 23rd, that my spleen exploded and I almost lost my life. Tommy and I had decided to go out on a date, and we dropped the kids off at my mom's. We went to a couple of yard sales, and we went to go get something to eat. After we got done eating, we walked into Dollar Tree, and I ended up in emergency surgery to stop hemorrhaging because my spleen had exploded, and they didn't know if I was going to make it or not. It was really scary. I don't remember much of it. Tommy and I have sat down.
Well, we've been friends the whole time, and I remember talking to you that first night in your bed on your phone. And you didn't care.
I was like, look, and I do. I have a little over a foot long incision. I had 31 or 32 staples. The scar is crazy. It brings back like a lot of the depression. It causes a lot of the depression and anxiety and stuff like that I have to work on. But I don't remember everybody that I talked to after I had the surgery. I don't remember going live the next morning with Darlene to let everybody know that I was still here. I mean, I had tubes and the oxygen and all this stuff going on. And so it was pretty scary. I was in the critical care unit for 6 days, and then they moved me to a regular room because I was for 2 days, and then I was released from the hospital.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was really scary. And then, I was home, but I didn't know that Derek and all them had planned a auction type thing, donation type.
Oh yeah, I remember I participated in that. That's right.
Yeah, and I didn't have a clue, so I was a bawling mess, of course, you know, when I found out, and I thought it was amazing. And then to find out that there were people out there that knew who I was, that I had no idea knew who I was even crazier, because I knew who they were, but I was still really, really small. I think I had maybe 100 and some subscribers at that point.
Yeah.
And so all these people, just came out of the woodwork, and they're like, oh, we were so scared for you. And I was like, I didn't know you knew who I was.
Yeah.
So
well, because a lot of times you weren't necessarily worried about growing your own channel. You were helping other people grow their channels by being a guest.
Yeah, I was a guest. I was very supportive.
Right, exactly. Hey, football manager John, real quick, thank you. I appreciate that. And Felipe White, is that YouTube? Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, we had the music going here because I had a little bit of a problem going on, but we're all kind of. It took me a year to kind of figure this out, but we got it. You know what I mean? I really appreciate everyone stopping, to join me in Destinie. And I said to her, I said, hey, can we get together? And I had asked her a while ago, and I planned this actually for months. Can we get together on February the 3rd, for our anniversary and she's like, sure, no problem. And I'm like, what time? Oh, anytime. Can't stop tonight. Got to be up. Okay. That's fine. No, thank you for stopping.
Much love. It's been a long time since I've seen you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping.
Well, and I think he's like 7 hours ahead of us. So I do appreciate Bluegrass Picker. I don't know if you he's a new person doing YouTube. So if anyone who's watching this, if you guys want to check out his channel, and it's one thing with YouTube is people they start watching it and they get the bug in them to want to kind of open up and learn from it. Hey, Joy, how are you? Thank you for stopping. I appreciate it. That's for me. It's been overall a good experience of meeting people and learning and traveling. I mean, it's hard to balance it out, to be honest, with life. You know how that is. Speaking of balance, I don't hear the birds. Do you still have the birds?
Yeah, Mr. Pickles is right there. There, and the parakeets are sleeping.
Okay.
Actually, all three of them are sleeping at this moment. Hi, Joey. Welcome. Thank you.
Are they tucked in like little beds or?
No, they're okay. So the parakeets are inside their cage. Remington is sitting on the perch for the mirror, sleeping. Kaplan is sitting on the perch by the rings that they have, sleeping, and Mr. Pickles is right above his food dish on the driftwood branch, sleeping. He's got to be buying food.
the Thrifting Lounge he's been on YouTube. Apparently, I caught him on a show the other day. He's been on YouTube for a couple years, and he's coming back doing it. And someone had mentioned me that and stuff, and I think he has about 5,000 subscribers, but he was one that went away for a while and came back, and someone had mentioned, if you know Patdees, and he said, oh, check it out. So here he is, I think, watching our first live, and this is just a casual, just kind of, hang out for an hour with Destinie, where a year ago we became friends, and I went on Destinie's show live, and didn't know what the hell I was doing, still don't. Still gotta figure out all these buttons and all that. Oh man, here we go again. Come on. Come on. I mean, what are these guys? I don't even know what they're singing. What are these? Yeah. It's Destinie. Is that you playing with the buttons? Come on here now.
Nope, it's not me.
All right.
Not this time.
So I want to ask you, how is your family doing?
Doing pretty good. Right now my son is sick, but because we have the sickness going through the house. And so Joey doesn't usually get sick very often, but maybe once every 3 years. And so he ended up with it. So now, but other than that, we're doing pretty good. Tommy has been working his booty off, and we started a printing business. And so I've been working on that and learning everything with that.
What kind of printing business?
Mugs, t-shirts, decals, stuff like that.
How's that going for you?
It's going pretty good. There's a lot to learn, and I absolutely love it. I just recently learned how to do mock-ups so that I don't have to go and actually make like a mug with the saying on it and take a picture of it and stuff like that. So that's pretty fun. And I just upgraded. Well, we just upgraded. I can't say I. We, Tommy and I, just upgraded to the business edition of our Cameo program. And so it's pretty awesome. So do you want me to show some of the stuff that we did?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Because, one thing is, and you know this yourself, we really haven't talked much over the last 2-3 months.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah. We're either missing each other with what I'm doing. And we want to thank you and Tommy, and please thank Joey and Jazz for the Christmas greeting that you did. It was a very nice. Did you guys get a chance to see that?
We did watch it. Yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So I really appreciate it.
I was like, oh no. I'm like, because we were trying to do a green screen.
I had 47 channels participate in those specials.
Yeah, well, we had a green screen, but because I have red hair, it didn't quite work out so well, so we couldn't use the green screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was kind of funny, but so these are some of the mock-ups that we're putting up right now in our Etsy store. It'll be in our Prints by TBE eBay store, and we are putting them on Macari as well. But we have Bye Felicia as one. Caffeine loading, please wait. We can't, and a lot of them are humorous, and then there's a lot of them that are inspirational quotes as well. We can't always choose the music life plays for us, but we can choose how we dance to it. I will drink coffee here or there. I will drink coffee everywhere. So these are just, some of the mugs that we have. Every moment matters. And we have some. No, I had to do this one, Fart Zone, because of the fact that men, this is a man's cup in my book. Men like to joke around about this kind of stuff, so I just thought it would be a perfect mug for a man.
Real quick, I want to say Andrew is from Money Mental is saying hello to us.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Well, I was just in his chat a little while ago. He was live.
Yeah. And Georgina, I tell you, that's one thing I've loved about watching Tommy and Tracy is meeting some of the people overseas.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm glad I never had like a. You think you know what people are like overseas, but they're so nice and easygoing, and in a lot of ways they're just like us, but different things that like when I hear them say, "Oh, that's rubbish," I
stop and think, how do I translate that to where I know what they mean? Yeah. That's how it was for me for a long time, is because I love the Irish language. I love the way they talk, and I can understand them better than half of the Americans that I talk to. And it's no offense to anybody. It's just because I am so much about Ireland and my heritage and stuff that I absolutely love the accent that the Irish have. And so,
yeah. Hey, Pac-Man, thanks for stopping in. Justin, I saw him when I was down in Nashville and got to meet him. So, we got this bargain guy in here. He's making the boss.
Yep, the boss.
Okay. Were you done showing those mugs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it says we can put anything on photos or images.
Yep. Yes, we can.
Have you done any? Like, do you have any samples right there that you can show? Or
let me pull them up.
Hey, Misty, thank you for stopping. Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. This is Misty. I don't know if you know her or not. She has a YouTube channel. She's actually going to be my guest next Monday at 9 a.m. for Patdees 168.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What I'm trying to do, Destinie, is really branch out and bring in some people that, a lot of channels sometimes have sort of the same old people. And I'm really trying to branch out and have different YouTubers and stuff and give them a chance to kind of come on and share their story. And just like you gave, maybe you're Tommy's thinking, what the hell were you doing letting Patdees on? Do you get any hate mail yet?
No, not. I haven't gotten any hate, anything really.
But you haven't got anything that said, why'd you let Patdees on or anything like that?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh man, here's that guy again. Come on. Do you know
I'm trying to find my folder that has.
Hello, Brittany. Thank you for stopping.
Oh. It would help to go to the right area. It's one of those days, and I do apologize.
Oh, Shane. Do you know Shane just did a mug of dogs? They did a great job. Shane M. Do you know him? He's saying that you guys did a great job. Shane was actually
horrible with names.
Shane has been following me for a while. He gave my first super chat.
That's awesome.
This year, yeah. So thank you.
Let me.
Andrew, yes, I'm glad to see. I do have the green screen, but what's happening is sometimes when I'm doing the auctions, I can't use the green screen because if I hold out, like I was doing DVDs the other day like this, and because of the blue and green, it was being lost, and you could only see, like the sharks and stuff like that.
So I did this mug for Misha.
Okay, you put him here. I'll show him.
Yep. This is of their doggies, of the fur babies.
Oh, for Misha Renee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, and Joshy Poo, yeah.
Yep. So there's that one. I don't know why it's acting a fool, but my computer, I might have too much stuff up.
Well, mine's been acting up too. I mean, these guys. Come on, guys. Yeah, guys, relax. I mean, we're trying to do a show here, and these guys are. I can't even understand half the stuff they're singing, but you know. Here's Jennifer Hayes. Thank you for stopping in. Bobby Paziali. I'm probably not saying it right, so I apologize. But thank you for stopping in and joining me and Destiny. It's Destiny's fault that Patdees. When I started doing when I found you, I only was up to about 75, 80 subs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm like 45 away from 2,000. It's been a nice steady grind up. But I've done like probably between doing the stuff with you and Kimmy and my own Saturday, I've done about 80 interview chat shows with.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. So these here are 2 mugs that I did for Lizanne. Her grandchildren drew a picture. And so we were able to take the picture that they drew, and actually put them on the mugs. And then now
let me ask you, roughly how much does something like that cost?
It's boy.
No, that's okay. I mean,
15,
about 15 bucks each.
Yeah.
But those are custom mugs.
But that's with shipping. I think right now we're still doing the sale, $17 shipped.
Okay.
And so you get a discount and stuff like that with that. So
okay.
What is
that, about a 10 ounce mug?
They're 11-ounce mugs.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Yeah.
I know because when I was in the restaurant business, we had the coffee mugs.
Yeah.
So we got used to ordering different ones, and sometimes I think the one year we were contemplating having a local insurance company sponsor them. But we never did it then. But we would order our mugs from through Cisco. So
these
people are saying hello. People are saying hello to you in the chat. So
hello. I so apologize. Hello, Bobby.
So I want to make sure you're not being left out here. That
and I do apologize.
Guys, we're talking. All right. Yeah. I know. These guys. Come on here. I mean, relax.
Yeah, the mugs that we do are sublamination, and so they are embedded into the mug. They're not going to fade. They're not going to chip. They're dishwasher safe, microwave safe.
Yeah, it has a clear seal?
It actually, you print it with sublamination ink. you wrap it around the mug, and then it turns it into like a gas into the mug.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm explaining that right, and I do apologize. I wasn't expecting the questions, but that's okay. I got to be better prepared. I'm not gonna lie, I got to be a little bit better prepared for this stuff. But learning.
We went live. We basically 4 or 5 minutes before we actually went live, and we just said hello, and we turned on, and here we are.
I also did this. This I actually did for my brother. It is a mirror. It's a fireman's prayer mirror. I had to pull it up, so it's just waiting for you to share it.
All right, hold on one second.
All right.
What I'm realizing, the StreamYard is lagging a little bit, so I saw something on YouTube, but I'm not seeing it on the StreamYard yet. So that's why I'm trying to make sure that I'm not ignoring people's hellos and stuff like that. But it's not syncing right yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The ink is actually baked into the mug. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
And I love that process. I absolutely love the process. So, but this is a mirror that I did for my brother. It's
cool.
A fireman's prayer. I weeded, I did the design, and then I cut it with the cutter and my Cameo 3, and then I weeded it, and then I placed it on the mirror itself. And so these are also available. I can do a police officer. The frames will be different. The mirror frames will be different. This one was just, it fit because it looked like it was a fireman hose.
Right.
And so, but we do custom work.
Now, let me ask you, do you guys have a website yet that you could basically go on there and see some of this stuff?
We are working on it. I am very horrible at trying to figure out how to set it up, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
And,
well, a lot of times I'm gonna tell you, because I own websites, and like Patdees72.com, you can go to GoDaddy, and a lot of times you could start out with something simple as even sometimes when you register a name, they'll give you like a 1-page template that you can use to start out for free. It might be something that you want to try, because then people have a reference. Like when you're doing this stuff, they can go over there and say, hey, why don't you check out, my mugs or my shirts and stuff like that.
Right. We've also done Anthony Pittsburgh's shirts that he has. We have mugs for him as well. The shirt that I'm wearing actually is a sublamination shirt. It is part of the shirt. And so I have a bright yellow shirt on. It doesn't look as bright on the screen or through the camera, but this is part of the shirt. It's not going to chip. It's not going to fade. It's a part of the material. So, hello, big girls really do cry. Hello, hello.
And DLC Hasberdashi is saying, hi, Pat and guest. Well, this guest is my good friend, Destinie. She was the one that let me go live last year on her channel. And I really felt it was important to have a 1-year anniversary show and say thank you. I've been very appreciative of Destinie's friendship to me, and her and Tommy have been very loyal to me. And anytime me and Destinie have talked on the phone several times, and sometimes it's something for 5 minutes. Hey, hello, what are you doing? What's going on? And we talk about the kids a little bit, and so I appreciate Destinie. Because YouTube is a jungle in some ways, and that's why I'm really grateful for Destinie's friendship, because sometimes along the way things happen and stuff, and we remain loyal to one another. So I really do appreciate you, Destinie. I want you to know that.
And I appreciate you as well.
Yeah.
And I thank you for everything that you've done for me as well. Real quick, I'm dropping the links to the eBay and the Etsy store.
Great.
That we have with this stuff, and more things are being uploaded to it as we go along. So,
great.
That's the eBay store, and
yeah, even Craig here, Landshark Picker, saying he's gotten some for $2. So you might be something you want to look into and want to tie that all together. And anything I can do, we didn't talk about what we were going to talk about today. It's just basically touching base a year later. And I'm, want to see you do good. Are you helping now, Tommy? Sort of when we met, you were kind of just trying to dip your toes into doing reselling and doing stuff.
I am more behind the scenes than
Right.
actually.
Well, because you got sidetracked when you got sick.
Yeah, I did have I was trying to learn, so I had my own eBay store, so I was trying to learn how that all worked.
Right.
And then I ended up in the hospital and was recovering, and I just never really went back to it. It's not really something that I'm into. I helped Tommy with it. But I'm not a reseller. I'm not good at it. I can barter, and I can talk down in price. But
don't say you're not good at it. It's you're great at it. You're a great helper to Tommy, and that's important. And sometimes trying to go out on your own when basically you guys can do. I wish sometimes I had my wife to help me, but in all honesty, she's doing her own thing, and she's kind of taking 70% of the bills and stuff. Hey, Wade, thank you for stopping in.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Amy. Welcome. But yeah, when all that happened, like when I got sick, I realized that I wasn't really a reseller. I know things about reselling, and because Tommy and I have discussed it so much, and I would get really confused at some of the things. So I was like that. And that's why I left the show is, it had nothing to do with anybody else. It was just
right.
It wasn't where I needed to be at the time. And then with my mental health, I was struggling on top of everything that was going on. Right. And then now I feel that the direction I'm going with my channel is like where I need to be. And so,
and if you're in that comfort zone that you like what you're doing, why not do
what I do. I love what I'm doing. I love being able to give people a safe place to come and open up and talk about their struggles and, bounce ideas off of people. And, I want my channel to be that safe channel where when you come and open up to what, you're struggling with, I want them to have that support and not feel alone and not feel like they're going to be judged and made fun of because it's okay. So I'm very happy with everything that's going. I'm more of the printing stuff than I am with the eBay and the Poshmark and the Macari and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. That sometimes you get into something, you say, you know what? Why am I wasting as much time when I can be a good helper to Tommy? But then if I want to focus on some core issues that I want to talk about, that's what instead of in a sense trying to kind of like, because it's a learning curve a lot of times.
Oh yeah, it really is.
I mean, there's a lot of times I pass off on stuff that I wouldn't. I see these guys even going out and buying, and Wade just made me think of it because he did the video with all the sneakers and stuff in it. And a lot of times I pass up on used shoes or certain items because I just don't know enough about it. And I'm kind of scared to pull the trigger to buy things because frankly, it's not money that I can afford to necessarily tie up for a long time. And I also don't want to go in with this attitude that everything is sellable because it's not. Right. There is junk out there, and you gotta sometimes do the homework and take your time. This is why I even spun off, and I have another channel that I'm working on, Pat's Haul, my health. It was Haul, Health and Wealth. Now, for me, as you know, we've talked and stuff. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I'm still on pills. And a couple months before we met, I had my last surgery. And I had, done 41 rounds of radiation. I had a setback, though, with my health this past year because, honestly, I got bored. I had set a goal to lose weight and lost 22 pounds. And guess what? I put it back on +8. So I went 22 pounds and I'm back. So now the last couple of days, I remember that because I started April Fool's Day. And I guess over the summer, I became a little bit bored with it. But I do want to focus on that channel also. And do things over there and talk about things that I enjoy. Actually, I was teasing Wade, and I'm not teasing because I like him. He does stuff with the market, and I like him to come on there because I like teaching financial education. And I've had a business before, and teaching that. YouTube is hard, and that's where I give you a lot of credit also for opening yourself up, because unfortunately sometimes in many families we're kind of taught not to talk about things.
Yeah.
Keep it quiet, and or when I was a kid growing up and all, shut up, or this and that, or I unfortunately grew up in a household that my parents never told me they loved me, and I had to learn to be a man and do a lot of things on my own, and dig deep down and try to just be better than they were. And a lot of people can't do that because they just continue the pattern that they grow up in. And when you grow up in an abusive house and you're belittled and stuff like that, you kind of continue that pattern. And so I think it's good that when I see you now. Typically, when do you do that show?
It's every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time, and it is an open panel. So what I do is, it's not an interview style get together. It's what it does, or what we do. What I do is I will throw the link out in chat, and I will invite whoever would like to join and tell their story to come on. And then it's like sitting around a table having coffee, or eating lunch together or something, just normal talking, and sharing our experiences of what we've gone through, the struggles that we've gone through, and if just being there for each other. And then with the chat, I would like, I'm trying to be very interactive with the chat, because there are a lot of people that don't want to come on the panel that are sharing their story, and I want to make sure that their stories are seen and heard as well. So and she was on my channel. The Girls Really Do Cry was on my channel this past Saturday. She is awesome.
Now, what's her name?
Lenny. I'm horrible at names, and I do apologize. Lainey, I think is how you say
it. We're still all trying to figure this stuff out here. So me and Destiny are having quiet. We're having a conversation. These Mexican guys again. They do sing good. I'm teasing because it sounds like a Mexican restaurant.
Maybe, yeah.
And I'll tell you something, and this is the God honest truth. About 2 or 3 weeks, maybe it was about 3 weeks before Destinie became sick, I had a Friday night that I was feeling bummed out. And and it's funny because everybody assumes that they see Patdees comes on. I mean, I've heard some things. Oh, he's boring. Because I don't like to do certain things and stuff like that. Or he doesn't like. Look, I like to have fun. I think I've kind of shown that. I've gone to amusement parks. I like the kid. Or when you invited me on remember we did the special with the what was it? The Irish.
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. But there was a Friday that I just wasn't happy. I'm like, nothing's going on in eBay. And I reached out to Destinie and I said, I wanted to talk to Destinie like she was and unfortunately, I'm going to tell you, I lost a couple months before I found out I had cancer. I had lost my sister, and she was found dead in an apartment in Philadelphia. And I hadn't seen her in 18 years. And she had a rough life. My mom reached out to me. My mom is still living, but had basically thrown me out when I was 12. And that's really why one of the reasons I did get on YouTube was the social aspect of it. Mm-hmm. But I'm very strict. I really, if people are negative to me, or they're people that stir the pot or do things that I don't feel are positive, or I'm not I don't like to be confrontational, because I'll be honest, I could probably be a little bit mean. And I remember reaching out to you on a Friday, and I said, "Hey, would you go live for me?" And you're like, "Sure." But where were you at when you went live? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
The Golden Arches.
Oh yeah, it was at McDonald's. Yeah.
McDonald's. Yeah. You
and
were at,
I had a patch over my eye because my cat had caused 2 lacerations to my cornea.
yep.
I had a very bad year last year.
Yeah. You were at McDonald's with Jaslyn and Joey.
Yeah.
And you said sure, and we went live for an hour, and it was like picking up the phone and talking to my little sister, and you were there for me, and I really appreciate that. And
Not a problem.
sometimes I got spoiled though, because I was like, I wanted to do that more, and then you got sick and things happen. We get sidetracked or we're busy running around. And you know what? Tommy's been great. Tommy never questioned when I called you. Sure, I would talk to him a couple times. You want to, talk to Destinie. He's never like, oh, what's this creepy guy calling? And I want to say Patdees, aka as Charlie. And in case anybody doesn't know what the joke is, basically when I met Destinie, she had 2 friends, Kimmy and Rebecca, and I would do shows with them and hang out a little bit sometimes, and they would kind of bust my chops, and I would kind of be like, kind of setting the rules or the law down, and they started. I said, like, I don't know, this came up about my angels. I was, oh, I'm Charlie, and
Tommy's Bosley, and me, Rebecca, and Kimmy are Charlie's angels.
Right.
And it will always be that way. It will always be that way.
Right. I mean, just like the television series, it had its season and ran, but you never know. Down the road, one day we'll all get back together again, and have
Charlie's reunion, Charlie's Angels reunion. Because we do. I mean, we get busy, and we haven't been able to get together like we used to because we're all so busy dealing with things in life and with business and stuff.
Well, right, and you take it into a different direction going on, and you realize at certain time, I know myself for a little while there, YouTube becomes a little bit addicting.
Yeah.
And, I mean, so during the summer, I was thinking about you today. Is you're not doing no fireside chat because in the winter.
We do set up and we do have fires outside, but because we just want to usually it's because we're burning our cardboard, and so which is part of our burn permit and stuff like that. But we try not to be outside during the winter time too long.
Right.
The summertime we do have a lot of fires. I think we've had 1 fire so far this winter, and I think we might be having a fire tonight, but don't quote me because it's always like a spur of the moment thing. But
I used to when I was a Cub Scout, and I became a Boy Scout. And honestly, I had to quit the Boy Scouts because we used to sit and do out camping in the tent. And hey, real quick though, because I don't want to be rude. Thank you for D for stopping. I used to hang out sometimes with D and Tracy at lunchtime, and I haven't done that in a long time too. So I'm always appreciative that people that let me on. D, thank you for stopping. You can blame Destinie. A year ago today, she was the first one that let me go live. So it's all Destinie's fault that Patdees came to the YouTube world.
But you have to understand something, Pat. People love you.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
You have 29 people in chat right now. That's all.
I appreciate it. So, and Don the Bargain. I honestly try to be good and fair to everybody. And I'm not one, even in my regular life, that likes nonsense and stuff. I try to stay positive and stuff like that. This is different because we're at home now, and usually I'm not used to being this social at home. I was used to being social outside in the real world,
right?
Having to entertain people. So this is much different, and sometimes you can get sidetracked. With people that, if you kind of listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Don the Bargain Hunter.
Hey, Big Red, how are you?
I can't see him in the chat. That's my son.
I saw that picture. I saw the picture of him for Halloween when you were standing next to him, and you said that this was your son, Big Red, now. I was like, Oh, he was so adorable. Not that you're not adorable now.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he was
thank
so
you, Josh.
cute. Cute
He's giving. I'm going to tell you. We call him Big Red because he's 6 foot, like 300 pounds, and he went to the Y, and I mean he overtowers me, and they always would call him Big Red when he went to the Y because I didn't want him to sit around the house after school, so he would go there. And you know why he gave me $5? Because he was a little bit slippery on the road the other day and took off a $150 bumper. So I guess this is the $5 down payment towards the bumper. So. Yeah, so 20 years ago, I probably would have been flipping out. I was saying a couple choice words, but I'm like, oh, this kid, it's not worth, and it's not worth reporting to the insurance company because of the deductible and stuff like that.
Right,
but,
right.
He has a great job. He graduated that's why a lot of things have even changed for me. He graduated high school in June. That's what was funny too, is that day, the day that he graduated, I was at 911 subs, and a bunch of YouTubers, 6, 7 people got together and that whole day and then grew my channel like another 100. And that's what put me over to 1,000, which then allowed me to go live. I had the hours in to be monetized because when I was doing the Late Late Show on Saturday, I was doing 2-hour shows, and I was getting a lot of people watching it. So I had that time in. Yeah, Don. Yeah, it's Don. The bargain hunter. See, 6'2", and he's only 200. Do you know Don at all?
Let me look at his channel. I think I've subbed.
No, he doesn't have no content on there.
He doesn't have a picture.
He comes on the auctions and stuff. He went missing for about a week, and I was like, "What?" They said he was in the hospital. So you know what Patdees did?
No.
Patdees called around the hospitals until I found him.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my God, where's he at?" I was all worried about him, and he picked up the phone. He's like, because he's bought something off me also on my eBay store, and I would see him from time to time, and he's very loyal on commenting on my videos and stuff like that. And I said, you know what, I need to reach out to him because that's what we need to do when something's going on in people's lives. We need to reach out to them and say hello and not just. Sometimes like I hear people go missing on YouTube and no one bats an eye. It's like, come on,
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's saying how tall they are.
Yeah, well, that's why he's called Big Red. So.
I am 5'1.25". I need that quarter.
Well, you know who else they call Big Red is Andy Reid, the football coach of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't follow football.
Yeah, well, that was the team that won last night, the Super Bowl champs. Andy Reid used to be the old coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. If you say so, I believe you.
Does Tommy follow football at all or no?
No.
I don't really either. I'll be honest.
Tailgate.
Yeah, I watch a little bit of the highlights, and we don't have regular cable and stuff like that. Wonder Woman, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hello, Wonder Woman. And Larry and Bill and Sleepless Hustler. Hello. Yeah, Larry is pretty new. I've been on a live with him a couple times.
Yeah, me too. He hangs out with that Victoria reselling and Jen reselling addicts. So Simply
Hello, Simply Dana.
Oh, Jazz was a guest. I did the show at 6 o'clock. Aussie Thrifters.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Right, Jazz and Brad. They were my guest. We did a special time at 6 o'clock because it was 9:30, and they did that where they raised money for the charity to help out the different charities in Australia because of the fire. And this is the connection. Simply Dana, I had donated like wrestlers that were sealed from like 25 years ago, and Simply Dana is in Florida. She was the buyer of those wrestlers. So, yeah, thank you. See, and that's the connection you make by doing, and that's what these are the good parts that you discover doing YouTube and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, YouTube is really tough. It really is, and after I left the show, I missed it. I missed being on the show, but I didn't feel like I belonged.
You see, I'm not going to highlight what Don said.
Uh-oh. Now I gotta go back and see.
He likes to joke around. Yeah. Don likes to, but he's a friend of mine, so I have a sense of humor. So Sweet Warrior's in here. Thank you.
Hi, Sweet Warrior. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello.
I know. She comments and stuff. Yeah, at least
I've been, like I said, I haven't been really able to catch up with a lot of people's lives and chats, and I try to catch when I can. And I'm trying to focus on getting this printing stuff up and going and trying to get my channel going. And so I do a lot of research on things that I talk about on Wednesday, because I usually drop a premiere. I'm playing with the time on Wednesdays for my premieres about mental health. And then Saturdays, I do my live for mental health. So hello, Lisa C.
If you guys have noticed throughout the show, I've been highlighting people's comments. So if you guys are watching this on the replay or watching it now, like Larry says, he does have his own channel. He has a few videos. Click the 3 dots to the right and go to their channel. And the way the reason I say that is because when you're watching anybody's live stream, if you click on the link, it will go to the channels or different things, but it takes you off the live stream. So if you ever want to subscribe to someone's channel without leaving the live stream, you just click those 3 dots and then it just opens up another tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've begun helping some people doing some YouTube things with, like, you know, the behind the scenes stuff to kind of help them grow. So Shamrock, I'm 5'1", and yes, I need that. Well, yeah,
we need all we can get when we're short.
I tease Destinie that she's 4'7", and that her being my light angel, we only trust her with a butter knife.
Yeah, I'm only allowed to have a butter knife.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa, thank you for stopping in. Flipping Crazy.
Hello, Lisa.
Thank you for stopping.
Who's Cheeseburger?
I always talk about how I like cheeseburgers. So,
I thought there was somebody named Cheeseburger in the chat and I missed it.
A running joke that I tease Tracy about cheeseburgers. I used to tease her about coming over for the barbecue, but I think she was worried that I was going to actually drive there one day and show up, and I was become like a stalker. And I got to explain to the police that she was having a barbecue. And what am I doing in the middle of December with it 40 out for the bar? So I kind of switched talking about the barbecue and talking about cheeseburgers. And Lisa likes Skittles, so I call her Skittles, and she calls me Cheeseburger.
I see.
So I don't mind being called Charlie or Cheeseburger. Or, at least it's not bad other nicknames that could be had, you know. Simply Dana.
I can hear us echoing from the basement.
Well, that means we're being watched and stuff like that. And turn that off. We're talking. It's not back again. You would think after a year I could figure this out. It's still acting. Hold on. Let me turn these guys off a second. No, guys. Yeah. Man, you know, you think I would have this YouTube StreamYard thing figured out, you know? If anybody wants to go back.
But if it was Google Hangouts, it'd be completely different. You'd have StreamYard's still new, so we're still learning StreamYard.
Exactly. One thing I do like with the StreamYard is that we're both live on together. Where Google, it would have to pick up your voice and then it would bounce around. The only thing is I get accused of on StreamYard is, why is Pat not smiling now? Why is he mad? No, if I'm watching the side chat, or if I'm looking at you and I'm deep into the process, or if something's distracting me here, so you got to kind of be conscientious of that the whole time that when we're doing.
Yeah, you always have to smile, and there's times where I'll be reading chat trying to make sure there's no no questions.
See, I'm smiling now. Yeah, and singing.
That really.
Well, that music sounded.
We're no longer in Google Hangouts.
Oh,
you have to share the screen.
Here's Tommy Bernhardt. Thank you. Hello, Fruit Barn. Yeah, I had instead of having my in October, November, I had a barn with some pumpkins and stuff like that, and he likes to bust my chops about the fruit barn. I took it down because he was getting all kind of like. I noticed when I went up with the fruit barn, he wouldn't do a show that night, or if he did, he was hanging his head while he was doing the show. So I was like, no, I can't kind of ruin his night. But I think one day I'm going to bring the fruit barn to him. He lives in Delaware. I'm in Pennsylvania, so we're kind of close. And maybe we'll do a live with Tommy B and Patdees brings the fruit barn or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I just saw in chat that Bill said, hold on. I just lost it. Hold on. Where'd it go? He said something pretty funny, and it reminds me of me. Where'd it go? About putting corks on the ends of his fork. I have a fork with a cork on the prongs. And that's what they do to me. Charlie has ground me from everything but a butter knife. And
that's right, a butter knife. That we
got tape on the edge of it so I don't cut myself.
That's it. That's all I can trust you with. You know? So do you have any plans coming up soon? I've been catching you guys once in a while. I see Tommy doing a live, and you guys been talking about maybe arranging some sort of meetup.
Yeah, I don't know the full details. That's all with Tommy.
Okay.
We're going to Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
April.
Hey, Misty, thank you for stopping. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will see you real quick. Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. That's a lot of. You got to say that slow. She's going to be the guest next week on my channel at 9 a.m. and it'll be the first time.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I think you said that before. I'm just double checking to make sure that I have her. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So thank you.
Checking. Much love.
When I do these 1/6/8 shows, I try to basically do it around the schedule of the guest.
Right.
I mean, not like when I do the late show Saturday. And even then, if it's a good guest, I'm willing to move it around. I try not to do it where I'm going to step on anybody else's toes and stuff like that. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people that, if somebody's following, let's say you follow me, I try to be conscientious of it that we're not stepping on anybody's toes. So
right. And the thing is too, is sometimes you don't, there's no way to get around it,
No.
Right. And a lot of times I've seen where people have 2 to 3 different streams going on at the same time.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. I'll watch, let's say, an auction, and I'll watch. There's times I'm watching Tommy and Tracy, and then I'm watching something else.
Yeah,
and I'm muting one and going back and forth, and and sometimes you'll be go to the Dells. What's that mean? Not sure.
Oh, we live by Wisconsin Dells.
Oh, okay, yeah. And
so, hi, Deals, Mary Duffy Deals. How are you, dear?
She's been loyal from like day one. I remember her being, I think, one of my first 100 subscribers.
Yep.
So I appreciate that. It's funny because I almost have 2,000 subscribers. But really, there's a core probably 30 or 40 that are loyal. There's some of them you might see once, but you never see again. And you always wonder who some of those people are.
Hold on, I'm confused. Don, you live in Wisconsin? Because we're only 20 minutes from the Dells. I can hear myself in the basement, and I don't know.
I think he does. I think he does live. He does, because when I called the hospitals checking on him, that's where I found.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to Appleton to do our sort. Well, we go to Appleton for sourcing, and I met somebody else in a chat that's right outside of Madison. So we didn't really know that there were other resellers in Wisconsin because all we saw were like Pennsylvania and other states. But we're starting to find that there's more and more resellers here. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, people don't talk about it as much.
Right.
I tell a lot of people now, follow me on Instagram. I try to keep my Facebook separate from. I kind of try to limit my Facebook to people that like I do YouTube with, but people that are like viewers and stuff like that. I try to limit that on Instagram just to kind of keep it all straight and keep things separate and stuff like that. That's sometimes that's a challenge because I'll get things and I don't know who the names are.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they are. So. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you. 272. Thank you, T. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
We love you some Patdees. Thank you. I appreciate it. And D, thank you for stopping. I appreciate it.
Love, D.
Yeah.
Dinner.
I want to stop at lunch one day with her. We used to tease her about going on her scooter. So I don't know if she still does that or not because the weather is not scooter weather. So maybe the scooter is only good for the summer.
As long as you bundle up, all right. And
yeah.
After you're going, you're good to go. We have people that do that around here. We have a guy in town. It's funny. He has a motorized bike, 3-wheel bike. And he's got it all decked out. Like it looks like a motorcycle, like Harley type decals and stuff all over it. It's pretty funny.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Michigan, Wisconsin line. Cool. Up by like Marinette and stuff. My son was born in Marinette, Wisconsin. So that's up by the Michigan-Wisconsin border.
Now, when I first met you a year ago, you guys were talking about possibly moving. Is that still maybe?
Yeah, we are still going to move. But we are at this point trying to get everything set up before we do our move. So we want to get it stable and going. And so.
Right. It's hard because when you got little kids, how
12 and 13 now.
Right. Well, I mean, I still consider that, I guess, little. They're still your babies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I remember having a conversation when Big Red was 10, and it's funny because that post I posted when he was Robin, that picture is probably when he was 6 years old.
Oh,
and
wow.
It came up as a memory on my Facebook, and I was like, oh boy, I mean, look how cute he was, and I mean, he's still cute, but he's Big Red now, you know what I mean?
Hi, Mike. He was on live with us last night.
Which one is that?
Toys and Treasures.
Oh, okay.
His name's Mike.
Well, I've seen him in the chat and stuff like that. Now I could put a name with it. So thank you, Mike, for stopping in.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. We were talking with him last night, and he was showing us his toy collection. It's awesome. Now, I'm not one for toys, but I love watching other people's collections and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I like toys and baseball cards, and because a lot of that stuff I couldn't have as a kid, or when I did start working, I started kind of buying. That's how I had the wrestlers. I packed way up and I wanted to take care of them. Not like kids today where they get something and it just gets thrown to the side.
Yeah. That's.
Can you believe it's already? I mean, here we are. We're at Christmas. And now it's February the 3rd.
I know. My birthday's in a couple weeks.
Yeah, mine's in a couple days.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're February babies together.
Yeah, mine's in a couple days. It's Thursday night. I'm supposed to have Treasure Hustlers on. I've been kind of bugging them, and I'm going to use the word bugging them to come on the show for the past year. I've been on their channel once or twice, but I'm hoping they still show up. They had an issue with their paw that he had to have some sort of surgery, I think, on his brain or something like that. So I think he's supposed to come home tomorrow. Sarah's supposed to send me a message. But they're supposed to come on and join me for my birthday and talk with them and just see what's going on. And like I said, I like meeting and chatting with different people, and I've been following them probably when they were only like 3,000 or 4,000 too, and stuff like that. And
Yeah, they're awesome as well. They're very awesome.
So I like meeting. I mean, I like staying loyal to like people like you, but I also like meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there'll be some people that I maybe only have on one time because they're busy too. But you know what? If they give me an hour of their time once in their life, I'm grateful. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Because people are busy. I mean, last year I hung out, you know, with, as you know, What the Hells and Jeebus and Taco Stacks, and so. All right, Mike. Mike, you can reach out to me in the About section, and I'll put my email here. And I am doing things to help people, and that's one of the things that we're doing a little bit. We're kind of giving some people some, you know, like direction as far as iCards and end screens, but we are going to do some things that maybe a little bit of a business model. What we're kind of looking at is maybe something for like $12.95, where we would make like 6 or 8 thumbnails up in a month for someone that basically doesn't want to be bothered with, you know. That's one of the things, like I'm friends still with Jeremy, and he's been now on Instagram. That's how I got on Instagram. And Wade was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. He's the one that said to me, Pat, you need to get on Instagram. But people don't realize this, the thumbnail size that you use for YouTube is not the same thumbnail size you use for Instagram. It's because it'll cut off words, it'll cut off, you know, so you got to maximize it the right way. So I'm going to probably be doing something where basically, you know, try to get something where, you know, for like $12-13, if I help out 10 or 20 people a month with it, make a little bit of money, you know, and the service. There's going to be some I'll do. I got to actually talk to Tommy, because Tommy Bernhardt does a lot of his planes. So I was actually thinking last night, I'm going to do a couple, and I'll do a couple for YouTubers that I know. Just for, I've done some like for Scott, I've done some for other people to kind of build a resume and stuff. But, you know, why not use the talents that you can? But, you know, don't try to gouge people. Try to be fair. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, hey, Destinie, I appreciate you. We're running over about 70 minutes. I asked you if you could come on for an hour. I appreciate it. It went fast.
Yeah,
guys, the show is almost, guys, knock it off. I said, they're still going to charge me the $250 for the party. You know what I mean? But we should have next year, if we do a 2-year anniversary special, we got to get hats and have cake and
right.
You know,
well, I have.
There you go for the new year.
Oh, if I could keep it on my face.
if you Destinie, honey, if you get a chance, please stop by. Thursday at 9:00 is when I'm going to be doing my birthday special show.
So good.
And I'm hoping it goes. You know, I hate that when you have good guests on that you enjoy talking to. The show goes fast. So I appreciate everyone stopping. You got anything you want to plug, honey? Like, are you doing your show Saturday?
Yes, every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. I do a mental health open chat or a live chat with an open panel, and we talk about mental health, our struggles. People come on, they tell their story. I also have a Facebook group where it's a private Facebook group where you can join, and if you are having a bad day, you can go in there and ask somebody if they can talk to you and stuff like that. Mornings, I'm usually on Norgus R's channel at
Darlene,
yes.
Right.
She starts at 8:30 Eastern time, Monday through Friday. And Wednesday, I am dropping a video. I'm not exactly sure what time. It'll probably be between 3 and 4. I'm hoping. I was supposed to drop one last week. I was sick, so I wasn't able to, but it's motivation and mental health. And so it just talks a little bit about that. I give you information on how motivation and my mental health interact together. And I think Tommy is probably going to do a random live this week, another one. He's always just hit and miss with that.
Right.
And then I think that's about it. Oh, and then our Etsy and eBay store. And we're putting up mugs and stuff like that, and shirts and decals and everything. So.
Well, hey, honey, I really appreciate you. Again, you didn't hesitate. You didn't say no.
No, I would never.
You said just tell me the time and I'll be there. So, and
Yeah.
I want to be conscientious because I know you have kids and families first. I get it. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking the chance that you did last year, for allowing me to come on and join on your channel. And
honor.
Yeah,
it was an honor.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate our friendship. I really do, and I appreciate your loyalty. And I like no drama. And,
yeah, no drama. No drama for your mama zone.
Yeah, there's enough of that out there, so it's nice to have a little sister. So I appreciate it. Awesome. I want to thank everyone that stopped in. Again, I am going to go live Thursday. Next, I'm going to probably do about 6 lives a month. Next week, I'm doing Misty, and then I'll have a couple of pickers on the 15th, the Late Late Show. And I'm talking with other channels and different things too that we're going to do. So we're going to probably do about 6 or 7 lives. I got pre-recorded stuff I need to drop, honestly, but I'm just so far behind because I wasn't feeling well when I came home from Florida, and car issues, and just trying to catch up and do editing and then making sure my shipping stuff is going out. So just trying to balance all this out. So I do appreciate, I think we had like 30 some people at one time in the room, hey, for 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I do appreciate everyone's support. I want to thank you and you guys, and have a great day. And
much love, everybody.
And thanks again.